I'm waiting for the video to start. Oh, wait. I think it started. Boy, I wish I knew what I was doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making the Axel video. Yeah, I just hope they don't expect me to be doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wait. What step am I on? Hello, everyone. I have a special treat for you today. Welcome. Welcome to Axel Anonymous. What is Axel Anonymous, you ask? I will tell you. It is the 12-step program that I have created over the years to help skaters get through the process of learning their axel. So it's kind of like, I hate this analogy, eating the elephant. You can't do it all at once. You're going to just do it one bite at a time so that each step of the way the skater is feeling successful and learning correct body positions. The first thing I do is introduce the axle off ice so that we can have correct body motion, and then I take it to the ice. So I call this step 1 Tock. This is way before TikTok was the thing, and now it's a thing, and they go, do you mean the app? And I'm like, no, I mean like a clock. But anyway, you want that free leg to stay at a 90-degree angle and swing like a pendulum. So a lot of kids actually start to learn what a clock is and what is a pendulum. So there's all kinds of life lessons here. So that's step 1. All right, here we go. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. And then on the way back, please. Tick, tock. Good, Sarah. So step 2, we are just playing add-on. We're going to do tick-tock, but now we're going to do it at the wall where they're stepping up on a step. So they get the idea of stepping up on a step, and I'm calling it tick-tock with a step. So we're just going to play add-on. So whatever they did before, just going to keep doing it again and add new things. So this is step 2. Tick, tock, turn, and we're going to do that 10 times. But you don't have to. So step 3 is to take what we just learned, so tick-tock, and we are going to put it on a curve. So we're going to put it on an edge. I usually confine them to the referee circle so that they don't make the jump go too far across, but that they understand that it needs to go up, and I give them a direction. I usually try to have them jump over the red line. And this just gives them something to aim for. So we do tick-tock, just gliding on a circle. Okay, you ready? So I like to keep them inside the red circle. Do it again. Slower? No, it was fine. Inside the referee circle, on an edge, tick-tock. Good. Step 4 is a wall jump on 2 feet so that they understand that they're going to do tick-tock very deliberately and then jump and land backwards on 2 feet with the arms. We're talking a counterclockwise skater, so with the arms to the right. And that way they get the feel of doing the tick-tock and then their body turning into their hands. And then, of course, controlling it and making sure they're jumping in the right direction, just like the step before. So by step 5, they're like, good Lord, how many steps are there? But just remember, you're explaining to them, wow, look, you went through steps 1, 2, and 3 pretty quickly. You're cruising along and doing really well. So this builds their confidence and they're not as scared. So just keep that in mind. Step 5, we're doing tick-tock with a 2-foot turn. So same bat channel, same bat time, tick-tock, wall jump on 2 feet, we land, 2-foot turn. Yep. So just remember that you want to do all of this off ice before you take it on ice so they understand the proper body position. They may not feel comfortable in their skates yet, and that's okay, but at least their body will know what to do. So the next step gets a little tricky. We are going to take that 2-foot turn that we just did, and we're going to put it in the air. So they are going to land forward on 2 feet. flat-footed. So make sure they know that they don't want to land forward on their toe picks. We want them to keep their front teeth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now a bell jump. Good. So next step, we are going to do what we call a bell jump. That's what they just did in the last step. So they're going to do a bell jump, land forward on 2 feet, lift the left foot so they realize they have to shift their body weight to their right side, do a 3-turn and a landing position. Again, this is just to have them feel the shift of weight. Okay, do it again and try to keep your arms in. Tick, tock, up, and lift and turn. Good. So this is where it gets a little challenging, and breaking it down into little micro goals helps a lot, because you want to do the same thing you just did, but pick your foot up like the ice is on fire. You have to pick it up quickly and then do your 3-turn so that they're getting the shift of weight earlier and earlier to be in the air. But for right now, it's about safety and being comfortable. So you want to do the last step plus hot potato. You got to imagine that the ice is on fire and you got to pick up your foot right away. And then lift quick. So the next step is for them to land forward on 1 foot. Yes, you heard me. Forward on 1 foot. Am I teaching a cheated Axel? Yeah, I am. What are you going to do about it? But it just makes it easier for them to understand the process. And so I have used this for years, and I find that it works pretty quickly. And they get the idea that they have to switch feet in the air, which is kind of a newer thing for them with the addition of all that rotation. What you just did, but pick up your foot sooner. Hiya! That was right. Yeah, good. Try that again. That was great. Okay, the fact that you can do that is really good. Once they get comfortable with the landing on 1 foot forward, yes, the cheated Axel, then I have them do a backspin. So we're just going to add crossing the foot and adding a backspin to it. Good. All right, so here we go. Now their goal is to get the backspin closer and closer to the landing versus landing and then backspin. You're going to try to get into it quicker. Now, this is where you could possibly use a harness. I usually don't use a harness until the very end of learning the Axel, because without knowing where all the body parts are going to go, you can hurl it up in the air all day long, honey. It ain't going to rotate. So I like to do it at the very end of learning it in order to be safe, and sometimes for them to get the conversion feel of going from left foot to right foot, they need a little extra help there. So it's either that or we do a throw Axel. That's how I learned mine. A little scary. Harness is the way to go. And make sure they wear butt pads. All right, here we go. Yay! We won't tell anyone that you can already land an Axel.
That was my first one ever.
And last but not least, you should be close to this step 12. And God only knows how long this process takes for each skater. Each skater is their own little human, so it takes a while for some, and some it doesn't. Like I said, all the exercises that you do off ice will help facilitate and get this jump a lot quicker. So last but not least, they should be starting to land in a backspin with their arms crossed. A lot of times in our rink, when folks are starting to land their Axel, all the coaches start to cheer. We get excited and we're like, do a backspin, cross your feet, do a loop, do a toe loop. I'm like, do a cartwheel, do whatever you have to do to stay on your feet. And we get really excited and cheer for the skater. But it's an exciting process to watch a skater finally land their Axel. Now, once they land their Axel, they're going to be very excited and adrenaline kicks in. Take a moment, breathe, and try to do 3 or 4 more. If they start to go downhill, just stop and pick it up again the next day because of the bell curve of learning, okay? So what you'll have is a bell, right? This is where the process starts. They start landing the Axel. It's up here. Because it's a new skill, it will start to decline. Every time they start the axle process again, they're going to be starting higher and higher up this hill until it's a consistent jump. But don't wait for them to go down here and then stop. You have to stop while the getting's good and their body remembers and their brain remembers it at the right moment. So don't push your luck here. If they do a couple and it's not working, just stop, pick it up the next day. And it'll be interesting to see where they end up. Do they end up all the way back down here again? Do you have to start the process over again? Now, just remember, skaters will get frustrated with this. And that's just part of the course, and so will you. So what you have to remember is this. Their brain and body learned it once. They can learn it again. Just go back a few steps and repeat the process because that's how they got it to begin with. And you'll be fine. You just have to teach the skaters to be a little patient. But making sure that they have all the correct positions at every step is vital before going to the next step, because then you're just having a whole ball of mess and you don't want that. All right. So I hope all this information has been helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else or tips or tricks that you may have, and if there are other things you want me to address. But please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because then the YouTube algorithm likes me and magical things happen. But most importantly, everyone, have a nice day.